Cliff, a little bit of breaking news here. Las Vegas police announced a suspect is dead after officers responded to an active shooter at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas campus today. There appears to be multiple victims at this time. The agency has said authorities have been seen swarming Beam Hall, located south of the city center. The building is home to the university's Lee Business School and sits opposite the student union, where additional shots were reportedly heard. So obviously we're not knowing the severity of the shooting, but another mass shooting here in America, this time at UNLV.
I mean, it gets exhausting. As you know, I've worked on this issue a ton, and we've spoken about it. I think you guys you tightened up your laws there when Democrats took over in a number of ways, background checks, red flag laws, if I'm correct. And that's great. And those are all good first steps. But someday we're going to decide to take this issue seriously. And we're going to decide that humans who want to just go about their business and live have the same rights, if not greater rights, than people who want to own killing machines. And I'm sorry, and this is coming from somebody who used to shoot competitively on a rifle squad. So I know my way around guns, but I don't know when we're going to get to that point where we prioritize the lives of innocent people. I mean, owning weapons, absolutely. Plenty of countries. Canada is an example. The Scandinavian countries, Switzerland. There are plenty of countries where gun ownership is a thing, where they just heavily regulate it to make sure those that are mentally unbalanced, those who are dangerous, those who've committed crimes before, have no way of getting their hands on these things.
The murder rate in the U.S. is higher than other countries. Just 2 years ago, in 2020, 79% of murders happened with guns in this country. In Canada, 37%. In Australia, gun deaths dropped to less than half that. And in the UK, only 4% of murders were because of guns. The difference, experts say, pointing to study after study, are gun laws.
Another modern horror. 34 men, women, and children massacred by gunshot.
Australia faced its worst ever mass shooting in 1996 when a man killed 35 people in Port Arthur. That prompted vast changes to gun laws in that country, including gun licensing and registration, a waiting period for purchases, banning semi and automatic weapons, and a gun buyback program that surrendered, by some estimates, about 1 million guns. Australia has seen only one mass shooting in the 26 years since. In Canada, the 1989 mass shooting of 14 women in Montreal led to the tightening of gun laws requiring shotgun and rifle licenses. But after pushback, that registry was abolished in 2012. More mass shootings followed. After the deadliest one in the country's history in 2020, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced an immediate ban on 1,500 types of military-grade guns, including the AR-15. The UK also cracked down on guns after a pair of mass shootings in 1987 and another in 1996.
We're all going to stand by each other and do what we can to get each other through.
The country banning semi-automatic weapons the first time, then putting a ban on all handguns after the murders of 15 kids and a teacher at a primary school. The UK now has one of the lowest gun death rates in the world.
We don't even try in this country. And until we do, this is going to be the result.
It seems like the one thing that people have forgotten is that we have a right to not have guns jammed in our faces and shot at us all the time. We have a right to that in this country, but that right is ignored while basically we pander to a bunch of gun companies and bullet manufacturers. It is disturbing.
It's insane. I mean, yeah. And again, I'll say quickly, I mean, look, it's right there in the preamble to the Constitution that they were setting it up so that we would have for the general welfare of our country and domestic tranquility. Let me say it right. Do we think that's not, the Second Amendment is somehow more important than that? Because we don't have domestic tranquility. We have people being shot every day all over the place because of the decision we've made. Not to mention, it kills the First Amendment because you don't have the right to assembly when you want to get together and petition your government, or you want to get together and assemble, and you have to be scared that people are going to show up and shoot you because of your political beliefs. So it kills a whole bunch of our other rights because we become so extreme on this one right.